Okay, so I'm going to send that to you. Let's get it done. Okay. Hi guys, it's a beautiful Sunday, and I thought to just share some random musings in my heart. And the first thing that I'm going to say is that life is a very deep place. That's one. Life is actually very, very deep, and it's really amazing that we do things and we just look at life and look at how we treat people, right? Essentially, because relationships are critical. Relationship is the greatest currency, and it's critical that we're building the right relationships. And it's also critical how we're, showing empathy to people, right? How we're treating people, very important. How we are relating with people, the memories we leave with people. And on the flip side, it's also important that we also pay attention to the people that, even if they are no longer in our lives by virtue of maybe, change of environment, by virtue of you went to a higher level, and some other things. And what happens is we tend to forget the investments that those people has made within our lives. So regardless of where you are right now, so start thinking about those people that made some little tiny deposits right into your life. It might be insignificant right now because where you are now, it's so big, it's so massive, lots of things are happening so fast, and it's almost like, it's just like someone giving you meat pie when you were in secondary school, and then you want meat pie, what's that? Like right now, meat pie means absolutely nothing. But life is a collection of tiny drops. So I'll say that again. Life is a collection of tiny drops, right? So it's important that you look inwards and ask yourself, connect it backwards and say, who were the people that made tiny drops that got me to where I am today? Very important. But oftentimes we forget. We don't think about those tiny drops. Okay, we forget the investments that people made in our lives, and the deposits that people left off within our lives that got us to where we are currently. It's important that we begin to change our valuation system, and as to how, and one of the things about success, right? I think a lot of time people are not ready for success. You hit a massive level, you've not built capacity and forte and grit, right? You've not built emotional stability, that emotional intelligence, empathy, social skills, self-regulation, to handle that particular level. And it's my thoughts anyway. I personally think that people do not get to some certain level because of they don't have the capacity. Because life is a report card, and it just keeps records of things that we're doing, okay, subconsciously and even unknowingly to us. It's going to play back the video to us, like it keeps posterity counts, and we have to be very careful here how we relate with people, how we treat people. There's this quote that I used to read when I was very young. So it says, I think something around treat people, be careful how you treat people on your way down, because you might just meet them on your way, like when you get to the top. I think something like that, So it's very important that we watch how, these things were jumping in my heart this Sunday, and I just thought I should put it out there, to say, how are we treating the people within our lives, and even those that by virtue of maybe environmental change, or we switched jobs, or you went from Nigeria to Canada, and all of that, and then they are no longer in your life, which is understandable, but we must never forget those deposits, right, that they made within our lives. I personally think that we should not forget. we should not forget, people are the most important currencies. Where you are currently, somebody got you to that level. Somebody did something that got you to that level. Somebody gave you that push. Somebody invested something. You know, you are a collection and a sum total of the tiny drops of investments within your life. And these investments, guess what, was made by people, right? So it's important that, you know, we are careful here how we're treating people that were once in our lives, because they are no longer in our lives, right, by virtue of anything, and then we treat them like, it's almost like we forget all the tiny drops of investment that they made within our lives. Very important, right? Because people are doors. People are doors. People are money. Somebody that opened a door for you before, and by virtue of maybe you've now gone very big, you're global now, cheap, you know, and you forget that person and then you trivialize that person. Guess what? The next higher door, you might just meet that person standing by the door. What are you going to do? I mean, what are you going to do? So it's important that we are paying attention to how we're treating the people that are in our lives and that were once in our lives. Very, very important, because where we're going to end up, right, is a function of how we relate, you know, with our past, which is what are we learning from it, and then how we relate with our present, which is behavioral change, you know, based on what we've learned from the past, and how we essentially, you know, doing the best we can, right, with what's in our present, okay, with the people in our lives currently. That will determine, you know, I just think that the future is a sum total of our past and our present, you know, because what happens is when I stop this video, it's going to become my past. When I put out this video, when I push out this video, it's going to become my past, right? But right now, as I'm doing this video, right, it's my present. When it gets to you, because it's not a live video, when it gets to you, right, it becomes my past and it becomes your present, right? And you see, and the amazing thing is that different people are going to see this video at different times. So at the time they see it, it is their present and it's someone else's past. So this video is my present currently. When it goes out, it becomes my past, which becomes my history. It becomes your present. And guess what? Someone that is yet to see the video is going to become their future. So your future is a collection of your past and your present. What are you doing with the past? Which is learning from it. Often I just say, forget about the past, it's gone. Actually, we should learn from it. You should go back into it and ask yourself, what am I taking, right, from my past in terms of relating with people that would help me in my present, right, to determine or to form a cumulative of my future. I hope this video helped you. If it did, kindly please use the share button and pass it on.